My name is Mahesh. I am chemistry lecturer, and today my topic is chemical bonding. What is chemical bond means? The attractive force which can hold the two atoms in a molecule or ion is called as chemical bonding. So here, this is a definition of chemical bonding. Here, the chemical bonding is divided into these following types. What are those means? So, chemical bond is divided into mainly two types. Those are primary chemical bonds and secondary chemical bonds. Here, primary chemical bonds again divided into these following types. In that, the first one is ionic bond. So here, what is ionic bond means? Ionic bond is the force of attraction which can hold the two oppositely charged ions in a which are formed by losing which are formed by losing and gaining of electrons from metal and non-metal atoms is called as ionic bond. And the second bond is covalent bond. And this what is covalent bond means? A bond which is formed between the two atoms by mutual sharing of electrons is called as covalent bond. So these are the general definitions of the ionic bonds and covalent bond. And one more bond is coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. And here, what is coordinate covalent bond means? A covalent bond. This is also the bond formed between the two atoms by mutual sharing of electrons, but the two electrons are contributed by one of the atom is called as coordinate covalent bond. And then the last one is metallic bond. So next, first come to the ionic bond. Once again, ionic bond definition: the bond which is formed that or now come to the ionic bond definition. The electrostatic force of attraction which can hold the two oppositely charged ions which are formed by losing and gaining of electrons from metal and non-metal atoms is called as ionic bond. Means here the ionic bond mainly formed by metals and non-metals. Here metal is highly electropositive in nature. So here highly electropositive elements can always loses electrons. So why? Because the electropositivity definition is that only. Electropositivity means the tendency of an atom to lose electrons. Here metal atoms are highly electropositive, hence always they loses electrons. So here, for example, M is an metal atom and it always loses electron and forms the cation, and it is a positive charged ion. So next come to the non-metal. So M or A. A is an non-metal atom. Non-metals are highly electronegative, so that's why always they gains electron. So then they gains electrons and forms a negative ion that is called as anion. So now this is the cation and this is anion. This is a positive charged ion, this is a negative charged ion. When these two oppositely charged ions comes close at that time, the strong electrostatic force of attraction can hold these two oppositely charged ions. That bond is called as this ionic bond, and this is also called as electrovalent bond, and it is also called as polar bond. So now here M plus means it is formed by metal atom, and this is A minus gives rise to Ma. M plus A minus, and here this is also called as electrovalent bond, and this is also called as polar bond. Why? Because this is forming between the two oppositely poles, that is positive pole and negative pole, and this is about ionic bond. Next come to the covalent bond. How the covalent bond can form means the covalent bond formed between the two atoms by mutual sharing of electrons. So here the condition for the formation of covalent bond is the electronegativity difference between the atoms should be less than 1.7. In that case, between the two atoms, the bond resulted is covalent bond. and this is formed by sharing of electrons, and these two electrons are donated by each of the atom. So for example, so for this, before going to that, here the examples for this ionic bond is, so many examples are there: NaCl, MgCl2, Na2O, AlCl3, AlF3, so KCl, like that so many ionic compounds are there. And here example for this covalent bond is HCl, H2, O2, N2, F2, and these are the examples for covalent bond. Now come to the covalent bond types. Here covalent bond is again two types, that is polar covalent bond and non-polar covalent bond. So first come to the polar covalent bond. What is polar covalent bond? Means a covalent bond formed between the two atoms by unequal sharing of electrons is called as polar covalent bond. Here for this, here the condition for the formation of polar covalent bond is electronegativity difference should be greater than 0 and less than 1.7. In that case, the bond formed is called as polar covalent bond. So examples for this formation of HCl. So here HCl, chlorine. This is the polar covalent bond. Here hydrogen can donates one electron and chlorine donates one electron. Like that, these two electrons are mutually shared by hydrogen and chlorine, but this shared electron somewhat nearer to the chlorine. Why? Because chlorine is highly electronegative than hydrogen, so that these paired electrons moves towards the chlorine, so the on the chlorine electron density increases. Hence chlorine gets partial negative charge and this gets hydrogen gets partial positive charge. So that's why this is called as polar covalent bond, and here these two electrons are unequally shared between the hydrogen and chlorine, and this is called as polar covalent bond. Next come to the non-polar covalent bond. What is non-polar covalent bond? Means a covalent bond formed between the two atoms by equal sharing of electrons. So here the electronegativity difference between the two atoms must be equals to 0. Electronegativity difference must equals to 0 or nearer to 0. Then that bond is called as non-polar covalent bond. And here examples for this, so many are there: H2, O2, N2, CH4, so many. So here for example hydrogen, and oxygen, nitrogen. So here hydrogen means here the bond is covalent bond is formed between the two same atoms, means here the electronegativity difference is 0, and here also 0 electronegativity difference, and here also 0. Like that between the two same atoms, means by equal sharing of electrons, the bond formed is called as non-polar covalent bond. And this is about covalent bond and the types of covalent bond. Next come to the coordinate covalent bond. A covalent bond formed between the two atoms by mutual sharing of electrons, but these two electrons are contributed by one of the atom is called as coordinate covalent bond. So for example, if you can see examples for this coordinate covalent bond is formation of NH3 and BF3, and this is represented by symbol like this. This is a symbolic representation of coordinate covalent bond, and this is also called as dative bond. And here in NH3 nitrogen has one lone pair, and here boron in BF3 boron is having one vacant orbital. Now this nitrogen can donate these lone pair electrons to the vacant orbital of boron, so here boron gets one lone pair electrons, and like this these two electrons are equally shared between the two atoms nitrogen and boron, but these are donated by one of the atom, that is nitrogen in this molecule, and this bond is called as coordinate covalent bond. So let's come to the metallic bond. Metallic bond, a bond formed between the two oppositely charged ions can hold the another oppositely charged ion in a metallic crystal is called as metallic bond. For example, so this is the negative charge formed in the metallic crystal, and this is the positive charge, and this is the positive charge. Now these two positive charges can strongly hold this oppositely charged ion negative, and like this is the bond formed is called as metallic bond, and this bond formed in a metallic crystal, and this metallic bond exists in a metals. That's why this is called as metallic bond. So next come to the secondary bond. Here the secondary bonds are two types: hydrogen bonding and van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces. So here the bond formed between, come to the hydrogen bonding. What is hydrogen bonding means? The bond formed between the hydrogen and highly electronegative atoms such as fluorine, oxygen, and the nitrogen and chlorine is called as hydrogen bonding. Here the bond formed between hydrogen and highly electronegative atoms such as fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, and chlorine sometimes. And here this hydrogen bonding is represented by with dotted lines. So this is the representation of hydrogen bonding, like this, between the hydrogen and fluorine, and between the hydrogen and oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen, hydrogen and chlorine. And this bond is called as hydrogen bonding. And this hydrogen bonding is two types again: intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Here inter means between the two atoms, intra means within a molecule. Here come to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The bond formed between the which bond? Hydrogen bond. The hydrogen bond is formed between the two in between the molecules is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular means the hydrogen bond which is formed between within a molecule is called as intramolecular. The examples for this intermolecular is, so many are there. So we will see the examples for into the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Here examples for this is water molecule. This is the water molecule structure, and another water molecule structure, and another water molecule. So like this, so many water molecules can exist. Now between this oxygen and hydrogen, the force of attraction which can develop between the oxygen and hydrogen is called as hydrogen bonding, and this one, and like this. So this is called as hydrogen bonding formed in the water molecule. Here this hydrogen bond is formed between two molecules. So that's why it is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Next come to the HF. This is a HF molecule, another HF molecule, another HF molecule. Like this, in this the bond, hydrogen bond, a force of attraction which is develops between fluorine and hydrogen, and fluorine and hydrogen is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So these are the main two examples for intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Next one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So a hydrogen bond which is formed within a molecule is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. For this the example is, so many examples are there. In that the simple example is catechol. So this is called as catechol. Two hydroxy groups means OH present on a ortho position is called as catechol. Here the bond forms between this hydrogen and this oxygen. This is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This is total one molecule within a molecule. In this molecule the bond is formed between hydrogen and oxygen. That's why this is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and this is catechol. This is ortho position. And here the general interaction for ortho and meta is and para is two groups. If present like this side by side, then this is ortho position. If two groups present like this in meta position, in 1-3 position, 1-2 position, this is 1-3 position, then this is called as meta. And like these two groups present 1-4 position, then that is called as para. So this is catechol. If two hydroxy groups present at ortho position, then that is called as catechol. So this is about intermolecular and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Next come to the van der Waals forces of attraction. What is van der Waals forces of attraction means the force of attraction, a weak force of attraction which can exist between any two molecules is called as van der Waals forces of attraction. Again, this van der Waals forces of attraction is divided into so many types. That is Landon forces of attraction, and dipole forces of attraction, and dipole induced dipole forces of attraction. And these van der Waals forces are very weak forces present in between any two molecules is called as van der Waals forces of attraction. If we can go through the ionic bond example, ionic bond examples for ionic bond. One example, formation of NaCl. So here sodium atomic number is 11 and its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. This is the first shell, this is the second shell, this is the third shell, and this is the valence shell. So the sodium in its valence shell has 1 electron, this one. And so this sodium shell wise configuration, if you can see, in first shell it is having 2 electrons, in second shell it is having 8 electrons, in last shell it is having 1 electron. So here 2, 8, 1 is the shell wise configuration of sodium. Now this sodium can loses 1 electron and forms Na plus, and this electron will be goes out. Here this gets the configuration 2, 8. This is the configuration of neon, and now Na plus is as stable as like neon. And next come to the chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. First shell, this is the second shell, this is the third shell. Total chlorine has 3 shells. In the first shell it is having 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, and the last shell in valence shell 7 electrons. So this is chlorine 2, 8, 7. So now it gains 1 electron and forms Cl minus ion. Now the configuration of chlorine is 2, 8, 8. This is the configuration of argon. Now chlorine gets as stable as like argon. Now these two oppositely charged ions, Na plus and Cl minus, comes close. At that time, the electrostatic force of attraction can develop between these two is called as ionic bond, Na plus Cl minus, or also we can write it as Na electron chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the electron is coming from here to here. So this is called as ionic bond formed between the sodium and chlorine. This is the formation of ionic bond in sodium chloride.